Generally I have one nothing video per day, or not per day, per week, or 2-3 days. Today I'm actually going to put another one. And the reason for this is I had this conversation with a friend of mine, and that really got me thinking, Can't give you his identity, but here's what happened. This guy had a successful business, was doing pretty well. Nice guy. He's not a multi-millionaire or something. Rich enough. Wife, kids. Everything was fine. But then, the COVID took place. And the funny thing is, I used to go to him for inspiration, motivation, or his advice. He was a really strong guy. This time he sent me a message and said, "Hey, you're free, can we talk?" I said, "Yeah, sure." So put up the video, and there I saw him, full beard. I was like, what man, looking like Osho. So he didn't laugh much, so I kind of understood that something was serious. So I said, "Tell me what's happening." At first he was quiet and all that, and then he just said, "Man, finding life very tough." Imagine, for a guy who, from rags to riches, who achieved success and money, and so I just kept quiet. I didn't say anything. And then he started to tell me, before I used to get, he had multiple businesses. Before I would get 100 emails and calls and messages and invitations to parties and friends and relatives and everyone wanting my attention and wanting to be in touch with me, and people asking me for help, and charity organizations requesting, and religious gatherings inviting me, and like he was like a VIP. He's saying now, ever since COVID, after business is gone, he's saying first people were asking for money and help and all that, when I myself had enough headache, couldn't help people after a certain point. Saying calls stopped, emails declined, and now nobody bothers. Just imagine a guy would get like 100 calls a day, messages and all that. I get emails, he used to get calls, actual calls. Now nobody calls him. He had this company, multiple companies and staff and people used to celebrate, and Diwali and Eid and Christmas and birthdays and this and that, and invite him, and now nobody's bothered. And then he just shared with me, that sometimes I wonder why do I even live? I was like, oh, okay. For him to say that, I was a little shocked. Just imagine the guy is asking, like, what's the point of living? And then he rattled off, stating that being in the house, sometimes when there's noise, it drives him mad. Most of the time he just wants to be locked up and sleep. Basically he's depressed, So, and he was like, I just don't know what to do. And he's saying life has changed so much. He's saying, I thought I was very smart, business savvy. Anything I would do, I would succeed. And now whatever I'm doing, everything fails. And he was literally like questioning himself, am I good? Am I that good? Or was it just luck? I listened to what he had to say. So many questions and so much of doubt and so much of fear in his voice. And I really, after that call was done, we had the call, I just sat down in my room and I didn't put any music. I'm in my room closed. And then obviously I could hear my baby shouting, and my baby is hyper, and I didn't want to be disturbed. I really wanted to think. So I put my headphones, which is soundproof, and there the noise quietened down a little bit. And I just sat and I thought, I didn't type. I didn't, write anything. I didn't listen to any music. I didn't see my smartphone. I just sat, like blank. I don't know if you have ever done that. Have you ever sat just staring into blank nothingness? I didn't think anything. I just was like quiet, I don't know how long I sat like that. But then later on it made me realize, like, shit, man. We all are bound to go through challenges in life. And there will come a time one day where we'll also question ourselves, am I good enough? Am I strong enough? See, for people who have enough and more savings and money, and you don't have to give a damn, you don't have to care a damn, you don't have to be bothered. But for people who just live like normal lives, the majority, you'll really question. In fact, the people who have a lot of money, sometimes if you end up with a disease like this guy, he was running a successful events company in UAE, and during COVID he was still doing well enough. Like, he didn't do outdoor events, but he had enough investments and other online businesses. He ended up with some bloody cancer or some shit like that, and he had to go off to India. I've not heard of him since. See, I'm not trying to scare you, okay? But I'm sharing with you the realities that just make you think, like, what the fuck is going on, man? Like, what is life, We all live our lives chasing. We are just chasing money. We are chasing security, stability. We are chasing, perfect life. End of the day, it's all about that only, Yes? What you want? Huh? What you want?
Papa, is this?
No.
Is the chicken?
Chicken is there, yeah. You go inside, go mama. Go inside. What you want?
What?
Yeah, better be careful. Now she wants to go out and all that, so. For me now, I have this little one. So, it's not just all about me now. I have to worry about this little one. That is my responsibility. Man, I miss those days where I was just carefree and could do whatever I wanted. Now I have to worry about... That's why I tell young people, listen, you're young, just enjoy your bloody life. Don't think about marriage, don't think about settling down and all that nonsense. First, make money. After you make money, then think of all that settling down, all that nonsense. Anyway, man, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. Let me know your thoughts. I know today a little extra philosophical, no? I think that that conversation with that guy really shook me up. Because he was a guy who was so strong. Now, why are you giving me this?
I think you will go up.
Oh, okay. You close the door. See my slim wife. Six pack. Now she wears my shorts, She doesn't wear her shorts. We all are becoming old, man. Oh, boy. Anyway, you guys put your thoughts down below. It's me signing off.